Well, hello dear students. Already we have seen this algorithm in my previous video. Maybe I think it is second or third video I have discussed regarding this. Maybe third video. Now this algorithm we have written for making a billing system for cloth shop. So this we have written as a read value for price, read value for quantity, calculate amount using formula amount equal to price multiplied by quantity, display value of amount, and end. So for display already we have learned printf statement. Printf statement is used to display the information. Now next type of statement in our different types of statements which we have checked is input statement. Already we have discussed output statement, that is the printf statement. Now we will discuss about the input statement, because here this read value for price we want to input the value. So the input statement is our scanf statement. Scanf statement works as a input statement. This scanf statement is divided into two parts, and to separate these two parts we give comma. Now second part indicates for whom we are expecting the value. Second part indicates for whom we are expecting a value, and before that we have to give ampersand. This meaning of ampersand we will check at the time of pointer topic. So this first statement indicates read value for price. That means we want to read value for price. And this first part indicates of which type of value you are expecting. As we have considered this example for a cloth shop, naturally we will be purchasing quantity or price also. If you check any cloth shop, your price and quantity is always a integer number. That is, shirt price is 500 rupees or 600 rupees or 540. It won't be like 550 rupees 50 paise. Or quantity, give me 2.5 shirt, 3.5 pant. This is not possible. If you go to the grocery shop, then we can purchase in floating point. Like I want to purchase sugar, 3.5 kg of sugar. Okay, price may be 10 rupees 50 paise. That is in grocery shop. But if you consider a cloth shop, your price and quantity always an integer. So that we have to mention here which type. And this type must be present within double quotes. This is a rule of programming language, C programming language. So if we want to read integer number, we use %d for integer number. Like the number without decimal point, 4, 68, 32. Or we use %f for float number like 4.68, 52.50. Or if you consider 4.0, it is also considered as a float number. In real life, the meaning of 4 and 4.0 is one and the same. But in programming language, meaning of 4 and 4.0 is totally different. Okay, 4 is considered the integer number and 4.0, the decimal point, is considered as a float number. Now this algorithm, now we want to convert into the program. Okay, so I will take it here. C program, as we have discussed in previous video, C program always starts with hash include less than sign stdio.h, then void main open round bracket close round bracket, then open curly bracket. Whenever it is open curly bracket, we give some blank space. Generally try to give 3 blank space and then curly bracket. The first statement is read value for price. So to read the number, we take help of a scanf statement. To read any value from a keyboard, we take help of a scanf statement. Open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, just to indicate end of the statement. We want to read value for price. That is, we want to read value for price. Before price, we have to give ampersand. And it is an integer, so we use %d. This first part always must be present within double quotes. And to differentiate between these two parts, we give comma. So this indicates read one integer number for price. Similarly, second statement is read value for quantity. So I want to read value for quantity. Before this, we have to give ampersand. Quantity must be of type integer, so we give here %d, and this must be present within double quotes and then comma. Then calculate amount using formula. We will give here formula amount equal to price multiplication, we use star quantity, and then semicolon. Amount equal to price multiplied by quantity. So third statement is also over. Now next statement is display value of amount. To display any information, we take help of a printf statement. Printf statement is used to display the information. Now, like in previous example, we have used a printf statement. Whatever information present in double quotes, your compiler or your computer will display that information as it is. So here it will display welcome, here it will display Kolhapur. So this is called as we are displaying a message. But we don't want to display the message, we want to display the value which is present in amount. So now here we take help of a second type of our output statement. The second type of output statement is, in previous example we have used printf statement, and whatever information we want to display, we have put it into double quotes. Now we don't want to display the message, we want to display the value. So here also your printf statement is now divided into two parts. To separate these two parts, we use comma. This indicates whose value you want to print. Whose value you want to print. And here we have to mention which type of value we want to print. Type must be present within double quotes. Okay. Now the second type of printf statement we have to use here. Like we want to display value of amount. And type of amount. Now price we are considering as an integer because we are using for a cloth shop. Price and quantity both will be integer. Integer number multiplied by integer number is always a integer number. So we are considering amount as an integer, and for that we have to give here %d, double quotes and comma. So this indicates you want to display something. What you want to display? percentage D, that is the integer number. You want to display one integer number. Which integer number? The integer number which is present within a amount. And then end of the program. So below this we give curly bracket. Okay. Now this is not a complete program. This is not a complete program. Okay. But suppose if we execute this program, then your compiler will go to directly main, void main. Okay. It will go to the void main. I will take here this example. Just a minute. Okay. Now, if we execute this program, compiler starts with main, curly bracket, scanf. Whenever scanf is executed, your computer will give you blinking cursor. Now, how it will give you blinking cursor? That I will show in a video. Okay. So, this indicates percentage D. Means we have to input one number. If I input 26 and if I press enter key, this 26 will be automatically given to the price. So, price becomes 26. Then it will go to the next statement, scanf percentage D. Again it gives you blinking cursor. Again you have to give one number. If I press 10 and if I press enter key, it will consider quantity as a 10. Then it will calculate your amount. Amount becomes 260. Then next statement, printf. You want to display something. What you want to display? One integer number because of percentage D. Which integer number? The number which is present in amount. In amount we have 260, so it will display 260 on a screen. My dear student, this is not a complete program. This is just I am explaining you the programming technique step by step. Okay. Now, if I execute the second, if I execute this program second time, it will start with void main, curly bracket, scanf. Again it gives you blinking cursor. Again you have to input the number. Now for whom you are inputting a number, or the number which we have inputted, to whom it gives the number, this number it gives for price. Second number, this number it gives for quantity, and then it will display output as 280, which is nothing but amount. Right now we know the program. So we can input first value for a price, second value for a quantity, because first statement is for price, second statement is for quantity. Now if I written a program where you don't know anything, and if I execute the program and if I ask you to input a value, then for whom you will input a value? This program we know. So whatever first value we have inputted, that we are inputting for price. Second value we are inputting for quantity, because we know the program. If you don't know the program and if you try to input a value, then it is very difficult to identify for whom we are inputting a value. So generally, before scanf statement, we use printf statement. It is not compulsory, but generally, just to indicate what we are expecting, we use printf statement. Input value for price. Like this. Then this scanf statement. Printf /n, double quotes /n. Input value for quantity. Now, if we execute the program, then compiler starts with curly bracket. Then it comes here. That means you want to display something. /n, go to the next line. It will give you input value for price colon. This statement is over. Then it will go to the next statement, that is the scanf statement. It gives you blinking cursor here. Here it will give you blinking cursor. And now this we can read that we have to input value for price. Okay. Previously it is giving just blinking cursor. And we know the program, so we were inputting a value directly. But now we don't know the program. Second time we don't know the program. So while inputting value, we have to guess. But now clearly this indicates we have to input value for price. So if I input here 150 and if I press enter key, this 150 will be given to price automatically. Then next statement, it gives again printf. That means we want to display something, /n, go to the next line. So it gives me input value for quantity. Okay, now here we have to give colon, so it will give here colon also. Then next statement is scanf statement. So it gives me blinking cursor. If I input 6 and if I press enter key, this 6 will be given to quantity. Red part computer will give you, blue part you have to do. Then it will calculate amount, that is 900, and this will display 900. Okay. Now this 900, if you want to display as bill amount equal to 900, then we have to take help of a previous printf statement like this, which will use to display your message, and this printf statement which is used to display value of amount. So this printf statement we can modify as printf /n bill amount we will display as it is. Bill amount because we want to display it. And for this 900 is nothing but value of amount. So I will mention here %d, double quotes complete, comma, amount, semicolon. So this printf we have to change it like this. Now this is somewhat correct. Now if we try to execute this program, it will give you input value or price. You have to input one number, then it will give you input value for quantity. You have to input one number that is taken as a quantity, then it will calculate amount, and then it will display bill amount equal to 900. Okay. Now this is, we are assuming that our program will execute. But if we write program like this and if we try to execute this program, compiler will generate error saying undefined symbol price, undefined symbol quantity, and undefined symbol amount. Because this price, quantity and amount, they are considered as a variables because their value is not fixed. The variables which we are using in our program, those variables we have to declare compulsory. And to declare this variable, we can use statement of a declaration like int price, comma, quantity, comma, amount, semicolon. The variables which we are using in our program, those variables we have to declare immediately after curly bracket. Now we are not declaring printf and scanf because printf is referred as the output statement, scanf is referred as the input statement, and to handle input and output statement used by the programmer in his program, compiler takes help of this file, that is stdio.h. This is a ready-made file provided by the company, that is the Turbo company, whose compiler we are using, which stands for standard input output header file. Standard input output header file. This file helps compiler to handle input and output statement used by the programmer in his program. So what to do with printf statement, what to do with scanf statement, this is already taken care by the program which is present within your stdio.h. So we don't have to bother about this. So this will work automatically. Okay. Now if you execute this program, this will work perfectly. Now in next video, I will show you how to modify this program. The most important part is this variable we have used as a price, price, everything is small. So here everywhere we have to use small case. This is a case sensitive programming language. So if we have used here price, instead of this, if we have used here price, then here also you have to use price as a capital, otherwise it will generate error, because C is a case sensitive language. Here price, it doesn't make any difference because it is present within double quotes. Write it small, you write it capital, it doesn't make any difference. It will take from a double quotes and it will display it. But the variable, this is now your message, this everything is your message, but this is your variable. Variable is a case sensitive. Once you mention this, the same we have to use. We cannot change uppercase, lowercase because it is a case sensitive. This part we have to remember. Thank you. Thank you very much.